Ask Tom on Home Show.
Raul from Baytown has a question about garage restoration.
Well, he's got this termite damage right here, Tom, in his garage. And Raul has designs on that garage. He says, Raul writes to us, I wanted to redo this into a room for my oldest son. The only necessity would be electricity. I have a gas hookup for the dryer. Currently, we have a cord run from the outside box for electricity. That's doing it right. He says, what's your advice and who would you recommend to do this kind of garage conversion?
Well, let's face it, you're going to do it right. You're going to have a lot of things. You're going to have electricity. You're going to have insulation. You're going to have sheetrock. You're going to have trim. You're going to have a regular build out. It's like a room addition that's already shelled up, and there's obviously some repair work and damage work that you got to take care of too. So you have structural reasons to do it. And I don't know if the room for your son is even going to have maybe a small bathroom or a kitchenette, or I'm not sure what the plans are, but you can do anything if you call the right people. So it's more than just calling one company. I shouldn't say one person. Like, you don't call a plumber to do the whole thing. You don't call a carpenter to do the whole thing. You definitely call an electrician when it comes to the electrical. So it's a major remodel, and it's Trifection is who I would tell you to call at 281 Kitchen in the Houston area, because they're going to have all these different skilled trades that are going to come in one after the other after you have worked with them to pick out the paint colors and the countertop colors, and maybe you're going to add some windows, so you're going to find out where the windows are going to go and do the whole design to make it a real room, a part of your house, that whether for your son, whoever's living there, when they leave, it can be used for other things because it's a room conversion. If you're just looking for a lean-to with a shed to put them out back, then you don't need to go through all that. But I think you want to do it right. This is your primary home.
Right.
You never know.
Connect you with Children's Protective Services next here, but
well, if you keep it too nice, then you'll never leave.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to leave. Some people like having their kids around, Tom.
Some people do.
Some people
I love
do.
my kids, but
I know
they don't want to be around me. I don't want to be around them.
Right. It's okay. Before we give our kids something that'll cause more therapy, when you do this kind of conversion, one of the things that I thought about is it's going to need HVAC out there, and they're probably going to have its own. You can't extend that off the house, can you?
Well, yeah, and so that goes with the electrical. So you're going to have a service big enough to handle this as a one big project. I haven't even gotten into tile and other stuff too, that you have all these different things you're going to have to deal with. So you need a remodeling company that does it all. And you ask me who, I would tell you Trifection are the best in Houston. But this is a perfect project for them. The mistake people make is they find a guy who's kind of handy. He does some, he builds fences. He does these different things, which is great. But this is not a project you want to hand over to someone like that. You will come up on the short end of the stick, guaranteed.
Right, and I give you a little tip. I don't think that you can coordinate all those trades, because I know somebody who tried doing that one time on a project, and I'll never do it again. So,
well, and you know what? You think you can do it, so you go, I'll call a plumber, I'll call an electrician. Right. They're going to charge you top dollar. So in that long run, when it's all done, you're going to be spending the same anyway if you decide to get the same quality. And the other thing is your son's going to live there how long? But this is something permanent you're doing to this property that will go down for resale and everything else. So it has to make sense. You just don't want a bunch of ad hoc stuff all over your home. Some people do that, and it becomes just a mess when it comes to get rid of it.
For me, when I was doing that, when I was getting that involved in the project, what most people don't understand is that the timing, if Trifection has one thing that they've mastered, and they've mastered many, but one of the things they've really mastered is that ability to choreograph everyone, that people are coming and going, and you don't even, until you've tried doing it, you don't know what an art that is, that the electricians are coming in just before the drywall guys and the finish carpenters know when to come in, and the carpet guys are there when they're it's an art, and it's not one that you're going to master over the course of remodeling your garage. So just call Trifection, call a qualified remodeler. I used to teach a class called Critical Path Method. It's called CPM. And if one guy doesn't show up, then the whole system breaks down. And the guy said, well, I was going to be there Tuesday. You said Tuesday. I can't get back to you now. I got to take another job. I'll be back in 2 weeks. And so he shuts everybody else down. And all of a sudden, you have a project that never ends.
So you got to be very, very organized.
Kind of like this answer is never going to end. But
Sorry.
we're just trying to help you. That's what we do. Go click on Ask Tom, the button right there, and we'll answer your question, whether you want to send us a video, a picture, or what have you. Fill out the form, send it in. It goes in here, there. It comes out here, and we do a new video every day. We post one on our YouTube channel at Home Show Radio YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and, of course, at HomeShowRadio.com.